How much does it cost to travel Australia in 2023? Today we're going to share with you exactly how much we spent.
Over the last 4 months, we have been travelling around Australia with a focus on NT's top end in the dry season. Ticking off bucket list locations, living out of our patrol and sleeping in our swag. I have worked out the total costing of our trip and broken it down into 4 main categories. For the last 2 weeks of our trip, we actually stayed in Sydney with family, so we haven't included that at all in the costings. So if we take that out, we're actually away for 110 days.
Let's jump into our first category, which is our second most expensive, fuel. We are driving a 2002 GU TD42 Nissan Patrol.
The most expensive fuel that we saw
was at Fraser Island for $3.40.
Now, the most expensive that we actually fueled up for was
$2.75.
Yep.
2 different spots.
Hell's Gate and Menaroo Store on our way out to East Arnhem Land.
We drove approximately 13,000 kilometres. We don't really know because our instrument cluster only really works when it wants to.
So I sat down on Google Maps and worked it out and added 10%.
Remember that when you're ordering materials. 10% for waste. 20% if it's decking, guys.
So that means on our trip, we actually spent $40.17 per day on fuel, $281.19 per week, with a total expense of $4,418.19 over the 110 days. Don't forget, guys, that fuel prices are actually going to vary.
Yep, depending on what you're driving, if you're towing, and how fast you're travelling.
And what's going on in the world. Is there a war? Is there COVID? Is there a global crisis? Who knows?
Or are people just charging ridiculous prices for fuel for no reason?
Could
it does happen. I'm convinced of it.
The second category, guys, is food, aka groceries, which turned out to be our second cheapest category.
Food category includes all of our snacks, bakery treats. You guys know I'm a pie connoisseur. Oh my goodness. That is the best pie I've ever eaten. It also included our 2 meals out that we had, one at Bremer Island and the other one was at Daily Waters Pub. Beef and barramundi, baby. Beef and barramundi, beef and barramundi. Don't forget the Mataranka pie, guys. Have you gone to Mataranka and had a pie? Let us know in the comments because I'm keen to get back for another one.
Next year? So here it goes. You ready?
Oh my God. Did you see the size of her mouth? It's amazing. It's like an explosion of flavours. Oh, guys.
That's it. I don't think it can get better than that.
You've got to come, if you're driving the Stuart Highway,
Mataranka, the friendly grocers. Inside is the Never Never Cafe, and get yourself a chunky steak pie. Groceries includes most things that you're going to find at the supermarket. So vitamins, toiletries, toilet paper, paper towel, all of that good stuff. But what it doesn't include, did he already get me still holding something? What it doesn't include is alcohol, soft drinks and juices because, guys, we didn't consume any while we were away. Water, tea and coffee, that was it for us. Include them if you want to, but just remember, you got to set that budget a little bit higher for your food. My snoz is actually just a tiny bit sore. So that means we spend $35.98 a day on food, $251.86 a week, with a total expense over 110 days of $3,957.99. Our next category is accommodation, and that is actually our most cost-effective category.
Hey, like that.
We stayed at a mixture of free camps where we could.
Winning.
Low cost ones, so we're saying under $20, and high cost campsites, which is basically $20 and up, guys.
Yeah, all up, we spent 19 nights in free camping,
Woohoo!
41 in low cost,
Not
and
bad.
a whopping 50 in high cost camping.
So why do we stay so much this trip in high cost? Because we were pushing out 2 videos a week for you guys. I constantly needed internet connection to be able to get my work done and upload it. So we did opt to stay at a lot more caravan parks than what we would normally because otherwise it was just too much pressure not having that internet. We need Starlink, babe.
Too dear, guys. We need to start making money from this first.
We do, don't we? Then Starlink.
Guys, so if you want to subscribe to the channel, you like this content, subscribe, hit it. I don't know what to say, but let's do it.
The campsite that we stayed at that had the best view was
7 Emu Station.
The campsite that had the best shower for me was Hell's Gate, and the worst shower, Shannon, for you was
Florence Falls in Litchfield National Park, guys. Do not shower there. Horrendous. Oh, it's terrible. It was like someone just kind of turned a tap on. You know, where you wash your hands and the little dribble comes out, and I washed my whole self under that.
The campsite that offered us the best solitude.
Oh, yep.
The clear winner was...
Yep, Gorge 9 in Catherine Gorge, guys. Oh, put that on your bucket list. Solitude in spades.
And the campsite that had by far the best swimming hole. There's no going past it. East Arnhem Land.
Yep. Goanna Lagoon, guys, highly recommend that one.
Costing breakdown for the accommodation per day was $22.99. All up for the week was $160.93, and the total for the trip, the 110 days, was $2,529.06. Our fourth and final category is miscellaneous, which is by far our most expensive.
Definitely. Now, miscellaneous category includes servicing for the patrol,
gas
for the patrol, gas, stickers,
laundry,
experiences and outings,
park entry fees, vehicle permits, all of that sort of stuff. I bought some new clothes while we were away. What's the thing for the compressor that we bought? We bought a new hose for the compressor.
Hose, yep. Just all those bits and pieces that just
random
add up.
Expenses, guys. Yep. Breakdown of the cost of our activities and permits include our canoe hire for our Catherine Gorge trip, our Merry River cruise, which we actually didn't show you guys, our Barramundi fishing trip, our Bremer Island excursion. We went out to the Military Museum in Darwin, and we've also got the barge costing to get across to Fraser Island, our permit to be able to drive on Fraser Island, and our Dimaroo recreational area. Another expense that we also had was our Kakadu permits, which we spent a total of $160. Ouch. There was 2 rounds of permits for us each. That one really hurt. They were all our big ones. The total for our miscellaneous is $42.15 a day. That is so much money. $295.05 a week. It's hurting me saying it. $4,636.85 for 110 days. And if I'm being really honest, guys, I am so happy that we did all of the experiences, and the money that we spent was well worth it, excluding one, which was actually the fishing trip out of Kakadu for our Barramundi. That, guys, was really just a little bit too expensive, but I really did love the Crocs there. That was unreal. Other expenses that we had, and you might have them as well, which we did not include in the budget anywhere at all, are things like
your normal bills, phone, car insurance, all that sort of stuff.
Rego. Then we have our YouTube related expenses, camera gear and subscription, which if you're not doing YouTube, that will save you a little bit of money.
Guys, if you have a home base like we are, you've got expenses from that, you've got rates, you've got home insurance,
utilities,
all those sorts of things.
And then we don't have any dependents, no kids, no pets. So if you have kids or pets, that's going to push your budget up.
Oh, way up,
so
I reckon.
Let's run through the grand total of our expenses.
Let's add it all up.
We spent $141.29 a day.
$989.03 a week.
Under $1,000. I'm actually pretty happy with that.
I'm stoked with that. Drum roll, please. Total expenses, Nate. What were they?
$15,542.81 for 110 days.
I'm pumped with that.
Almost 4 months.
I'm pumped with that for 110 days. I think that's a bargain.
We did heaps of extra activities that we wouldn't normally do this season. So
we had so much fun. I'm stoked with those figures.
Hopefully you guys found this interesting and informative. If you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button for us.
And drop us a comment, guys. I love hearing from you guys.
We'll see you next episode somewhere in New South Wales. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.